Yes, it is going down on a Sunday night. It is the new music show. I'm DJ Skee, and I'm happy to welcome a new guest who's, not a new guest, but somebody who's a good friend of the show who just went #1 with their single. How are you, Caroline?
I'm really happy, really giddy.
First off, Caroline Deadmau5 is in the building, for those who don't know.
That's me.
What's going on? You seem really happy.
I am. I'm so silly with like this smile that I can't wipe off my face. It actually kind of hurts. My face is like frozen in the smile position.
Now, we had you up here probably about, a year ago and stuff when you were, first really hitting the scene on the music side and doing that. And now, coming full circle a year later, you're doing. What have you been doing this past year? Well,
let's just say since I was here last, I have not stopped writing music, recording vocals, DJing around the world. And then it was this new single, Music Man, just kind of happened really organically and magically because I was opening for this DJ StoneBridge. He's a big DJ out of Sweden. I opened for him at a festival in Alaska, and he was like, "This chick's crazy. She's headbanging." Like I was like, headbanging.
Yeah, you go hard at your shows.
Yeah, I know, it's silly. I mean, the next day I can't even like look to the right or left because I have this thing I've coined called the bangover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
not a bad phrase.
Yeah, right. Bangover. It can be taken the wrong way if no one understands what it is, but it's the way you feel after headbanging all night.
Makes sense.
So we got to talking because, as you know, when you go to do gigs, promoters put everybody who's on the night at one dinner beforehand. And he was like, well, let me hear some of your stuff. And I sent him this track that I wrote, and he made the beat, and it just went #1 out of the top 100 host tracks on Beatport.
So let's talk about the electronic music scene for a second. Now, it's kind of interesting because did you see what Afrojack said about Deadmau5 and them kind of going back and forth about what's a real DJ and all that? I'd love to get your opinion.
What is the latest? What is this last one? I just spent some time with Afrojack.
Afrojack tweeted something like, and it could have, I don't even know if he was trying to say it in a defensive way or in an aggressive way, but he's like, yeah, he doesn't do what I do. He's, because Deadmau5 wrote a whole article saying how his shows are all pre-programmed. And look, I personally have two trains of thought. When you're like Deadmau5, it's an entertainment. It's almost like going to see theater, and he has all these lights and stuff, and they have to be choreographed. You can't think on the fly live, but, Afrojack was kind of like, well, it's not, really rocking a crowd, and, he could go DJ for however long. What's your opinion? Like, yeah, Afrojack doesn't use pre-planned sets always versus, Deadmau5 who does. What's your thoughts on that whole?
Here's the truth, and honestly, you're a performer, and you're there to make the crowd as happy as possible. And I build a skeleton in my, I build my set, but then I do have to be able to go on the fly. Because if the crowd isn't vibing with your set, then you have to be able to jump to the next track. But I definitely always have a skeleton where I have like first, second, third. It's not pre-mixed because that's when I think you're really doing nothing.
Let's talk about this record.
Okay.
Beatport. What did you do when you found out it went #1?
Okay, I was actually in a meeting. And
for those who don't know, Beatport's like the biggest electronic music site.
Right.
EDM site out there. So you were in a meeting.
I was in a meeting, and I see this like +4977 number. StoneBridge is from Sweden, and I was like, I'm gonna answer this. I'm just gonna check it out. I was hoping for like, maybe #20 because we were getting such good feedback.
It's tough, especially this is your first single that you've really pushed on this type of level.
I answered the phone, and Stone's so funny because he likes to try to kind of mess with me. He's like, so we got the rating and we got the chart listing, and it's okay. It's just like #1. And in the middle of this restaurant, I jumped up and I was like, no way! And I'm just screaming and freaking out. And I was like, you have to excuse me. And the guy's like, okay. And I like run out. He starts kind of recording it. It's like a project. So he kind of like is recording me, and like he has all this funny footage of me screaming in the street, and I like said the F word, and there was this like mom walking with her little daughter, and I felt really bad, but I was so happy that I was like,
just give her some free pizza.
Yeah, I was like, just come by and get a pizza. It's okay. I'm #1.
Good stuff. So what are your plans for 2013? It's a new year. What do you have going on? I know you got some crazy shows coming up.
Yes, I'm working where I am producing a series right now for Billboard called DJ Diaries.
Awesome. It's a great series. I've seen some of the sneak previews.
Yes, I'm super excited about it. And that's what I was saying. I just spent some time with Afrojack because each episode I travel around the world with some of the biggest DJs in the EDM scene in the world. So first episode was me and Steve Aoki in Portugal and London.
Crazy.
And then I was with Cedric Gervais. I was just with Marcus Schultz in Prague and
Not
Germany.
a bad gig.
Right? Not a bad gig, man.
You live a life.
And then I was just with ADE festival with Afrojack, and you know, I'm just giving the audience a inside look at these DJs Wild touring lives, and it's really rad, and I can't wait for the world to see it. So that's between that DJing and making music. I mean, that's about it.
And of course, let's end it off by playing the song we've been talking about so much.
Yay!
Let's go. And first up, tell people where they can buy it.
Okay.
What they should search for, and then go ahead. You have the rest of the show. It's a new music show. Caroline Deadmau5, take us out of it.
Thank you so much. This is Caroline Deadmau5. This song is called Music Man. It's Caroline Deadmau5 and StoneBridge. You can get it now on beatport.com or iTunes. Check it out.